Why don't Europeans ever get lost? Because they always take the scenic route. Great joke, right? Now let's talk about some of those scenic routes. We're about to embark on an awe-inspiring journey through 10 of the most breathtaking, must-see spots in Europe. From majestic castles to ancient ruins and spectacular natural wonders, these are the places you absolutely need to visit before you kick the proverbial bucket. So buckle up, folks. Better pack your bags. We're going on a virtual tour through Europe. First stop, the Neuschwanstein Castle. It's like a fairy tale, except the princess might be a bratwurst. Nestled in the heart of Bavaria, Germany, this magnificent castle is the epitome of 19th century romanticism. Built by the whimsical King Ludwig II, it's like he took a page straight out of a Brothers Grimm story, minus the talking animals and evil witches, of course. Let's not forget about the breathtaking views. Sitting high on a rugged hill above the village of Hohenschwangau, the castle offers panoramic views of the beautiful Bavarian Alps. You might even forget you're not in a Disney movie. And speaking of Disney, rumor has it that the castle was the inspiration for Sleeping Beauty's castle. So you can walk around humming Once Upon a Dream, but just remember the local Bavarians might think you've had one too many Weissbiers. So if you want to feel like a Disney princess, or just really like sausages, this is the place to be. Next up, the Golden Circle. Not to be confused with a golden donut, though both are equally satisfying. Located in the land of fire and ice, Iceland, the Golden Circle is a must-see for anyone with a taste for adventure and a love for epic landscapes. First stop, the Thingvellir National Park, where you can literally walk between two continents. It's like being in two places at once, no teleportation needed. Then, there's the Gullfoss waterfall, a spectacular sight that makes Niagara Falls look like a leaky faucet. And let's not forget the geyser geothermal area, where you can witness Mother Nature's own hot tub in action. What's that, you ask? Why visit a circle that doesn't even taste like a donut? Well, let me tell you, the Golden Circle is like a nature's buffet, offering a feast for the eyes that no donut could ever match. So if you like nature, or just really big donuts, this is the spot for you. Moving on to Venice, the city that proves you don't need roads when you have canals. And a good pair of waterproof boots. Ah, Venice, the floating city, where every turn leads you to a picturesque canal, and every gondolier is your personal GPS. Here, the city's heart beats in St. Mark's Square, where pigeons pose for selfies, and the basilica showcases Byzantine beauty like no other. Don't miss the Rialto Bridge, the oldest of the 4 bridges spanning the Grand Canal, and a selfie hotspot. Just remember not to drop your phone in the canal. That's a whole different type of mobile data syncing. And for you art lovers, the Peggy Guggenheim collection is a treasure trove of modern art. Just imagine Picasso and Pollock in one place, but Venice isn't just about the sights, it's about the sounds too. The soft lull of water against the gondola, the distant serenade of a street performer, the clinking of glasses in a cozy trattoria. So, if you enjoy romantic gondola rides or are an aspiring mermaid, Venice is just the ticket. Now for a quickfire round. First up, Pompeii, where the history is as rich as the pizza sauce. This ancient city is a time capsule, frozen in the moment it was buried by volcanic ash. It's like that time you forgot about the lasagna in the oven, but on a much grander scale. Next, we're off to Stonehenge. This prehistoric monument is older than your great-great-great-grandfather's socks. It's a mystery wrapped in an enigma, swaddled in a woolly jumper. Was it a calendar, a temple, or an ancient game of giant Jenga? We may never know. Finally, let's head to the Dolomites. These mountain peaks look like they've been painted by a particularly enthusiastic Bob Ross. There's nothing quite like the view from the top, where you can see for miles and miles. It's like having a drone's eye view, without the drone. From ancient ruins to mystical stones and breathtaking mountains, Europe's got it all. Buckle up, we're heading to Rome, the city that gave us gladiators, the Pope, and the diet-busting gelato. First stop, the Colosseum, an amphitheater so grand it makes modern stadiums look like sandboxes. Imagine the roar of the crowd, the clash of gladiator swords, and the lions. Let's not forget the lions. And no, they weren't tamed house cats. They were the real deal, wild, fierce, and definitely not vegan. A stone's throw away we find Vatican City. It's the smallest country in the world, but don't let its size fool you. This tiny titan is the spiritual home of 1.3 billion Catholics. And let's not forget the Swiss guards, dressed in what appears to be a Renaissance fair's lost and found. We then saunter over to St. Peter's Basilica. The sheer size of this place could make a giant feel small. It's home to the world-renowned St. Peter's Square, where crowds gather to catch a glimpse of the Pope. and if you're lucky you might even get to see him pop out of a window for a wave. No, not that window, the other one. Yep, that's the one. As we bid farewell to Rome, we set sail for the Greek islands. Now this is where things get a little more relaxed. These islands are a slice of heaven, with azure skies, turquoise waters, and whitewashed houses that could make a snowflake blush. It's a place where you can soak up the sun, take a dip in the Aegean Sea, and enjoy a hearty Greek salad, minus the guilt. And let's not forget the legendary Greek hospitality. It's so warm and welcoming it makes your grandma's Sunday roast feel like a cold sandwich. So, there you have it, folks. From the grandeur of Rome to the tranquility of the Greek islands, Europe is a continent of contrasts, steeped in history, culture, and unbeatable cuisine. Whether you're a history buff, a devout Catholic, or just a sun-worshipping beach bum, there's a slice of Europe just for you. Well, that's our whirlwind tour of Europe. We've traipsed through the fairytale Neuschwanstein Castle, marveled at the natural beauty of the goldencircle, and serenaded Venetian canals. We've stood in awe at Stonehenge, scaled the Dolomites, and traveled back in time at Pompeii. We've felt the pulse of history at the Colosseum, pored over Vatican City's treasures, prayed at St. Peter's Basilica, and sunned ourselves in the Greek islands. All with a hearty dose of humor and a side of bratwurst. So, which place are you visiting first, or are you just going for the bratwurst?